Hi, I'm really excited and proud to introduce you to Nadine Rice. So Nadine, we have to tell everybody our connection. Okay. So back in 2020?
Yep.
Right before we started to wear masks for a while, Nadine was in my intercultural communication class at BC3. And recently I ran into Nadine and she told me about all of these amazing things that you've been involved in. And I'm really proud of you, your work and your future. You're doing good things. So we got to catch everybody up. Okay.
That means a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Nadine is a graduate student at Slippery Rock University.
Yes.
And you are studying social work.
Yes. Yep.
And your undergraduate's also in social work. So why did you choose that field?
I genuinely love helping others. I really love, being there for people, and I just have, a heart for people.
Okay, great. And you pursued your undergraduate and graduate degrees in social work at Slippery Rock. And then you got involved in a program that I recently learned about. As you know, I interviewed one of your mentors, Dr. Yvonne Eaton-Stahl, about the animal assisted program.
Yes.
Right? And you decided to add that as a certificate, correct? How did you get involved in that?
Yeah, so in my undergrad, Dr. Stahl talked about it a lot. She was my professor then, and she talked and said, this is a really cool program. And it really wasn't something that I was interested in doing. And then I heard it was, second in the nation. And I was like, maybe this is something that I want to, think about for my career. And so I took a class just to see if I'd like it. And I really ended up falling in love with it. Yeah.
Okay. So you also have been involved as a graduate assistant, right, in the Center for Community Engagement at Slippery Rock. And you've also been an intern for an organization we've had on our program many times, and that's the Ellen O'Brien Gaiser Center. And as you're working with individuals in the recovery community through your internship, you had the idea of, right, why don't we see if we could bring therapy dogs into the Gaiser Center to work with not only the individuals in recovery, but the employees as well.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so I brought dogs in. We ran groups with them, and I made sure that the dogs were planned into a lot of the activities. It just switched things up a lot better. Whenever I run groups at Gaiser, it's, psychoeducation, and we do a lot of processing. And it's nice to have, a different change of pace, bringing a dog in. And what I didn't expect is that the employees of Gaiser were to really, really latch onto these dogs and really love them as well, which was such a great bonus. Because whenever I brought them in, I'm thinking, this is going to be so great for the clients. This is going to help so much. And the employees loved it so much as well. And it just, it just made me so happy.
Right. Well, I definitely think, just like you said, social work's a hard field. So the individuals, that are doing the work with the recovery folks, right, they need help too. Right. So the dogs were able to kind of like be there for everybody.
Yeah, it was amazing. And the dogs really can pick up in the room who is struggling. They go straight to that person, they'll lay down, and they just help so much. It's so fascinating to see how they can actually choose and see who's struggling. So.
Okay. Let's talk about that. So someone's like physical health, if they're feeling stress or trauma, what does being around a dog, what does it actually do to the person? Benefits?
Yeah. So being around a dog, especially a dog that you feel comfortable with, it can actually lower your heart rate. It releases endorphins in the brain. And especially whenever a person's petting that dog, that repetitive motion can actually produce a sense of safety.
Right. And a lot of love.
Yeah. And a lot of love. Unconditional.
All right, Nadine. Well, let's end with, because you're soon going to be done with your program and be graduating, right? Which is exciting.
Yeah.
What are you going to do next?
I'm hoping to actually get my own therapy dog, and I want to use my dog in clinical work with my clients. So.
Okay. And you want to work with individuals in the recovery community?
Yeah, I love the field of drug and alcohol.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you. Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.